donors, community leaders, and you all present here today with us.
I am Akshay Kumar, Chairman of India Club. The purpose of our meeting today is to mark World Suicide Prevention Day. To raise awareness that suicide can be prevented. Suicide is a major public well-being issue with far-reaching social, emotional, and economic consequences, and deeply affects individuals and communities worldwide.
Perennial theme for 2024 to 2026 is changing the narrative on suicide. With the call to action, start the conversation. It is a call to shifting from a culture of silence and stigma to one of openness, understanding, and support. A conversation starts from us, me and you. By initiating these vital conversations together, we can break down barriers, raise awareness, create better cultures of support, and save lives.
We take this opportunity to give you a glimpse of India Club that is making positive impact for betterment of the society. Our stand is our members from highly professional and business backgrounds. We stand for multicultural, bringing diverse communities together, enhancing inclusivity, social cohesion, harmony, and goodwill.
Us, honesty, integrity, transparency, and goodwill are some of the core values of an organization to serve the community. With this sense, my husband, Dr. Akshay Kumar, and I co-founded and run India Club. We regularly host a variety of functions, cultural events, community projects, and support our members, community, and other organizations with similar thinking. And in thinking and advancing their journey as well. Our iconic Diwali celebration and regular snack and chat sessions are very popular.
I would very much like to acknowledge our India Club collaboration with the Community Foundation of Northwestern Sydney. Together we have worked on several projects for benefit of the community. On this World Suicide Prevention Day, what better way for us to promote the cause than showing a movie which is very relevant, Brewed Anew, and conduct the Q&A on the matter.
We would like to share a bit about putting this event together and some surprising facts. Rajiv said he would like to make a movie on Josh to commemorate this Suicide Prevention Day. Akshay said yes, great idea, and we will make it a snack and chat event. So here we are. The movie we are going to show is all locally made in Sydney, northwestern Sydney, in the Hillshire. It is first time ever a movie has been made for the purpose of World Suicide Prevention Day in Australia. Producer, director of the film from the Hillshire, cast and crew of from the Hillshire, real life story, real main actor, and real people in it from the Hillshire. This is a story we from the Hillshire have witnessed firsthand. Rajiv from the Hills himself made the movie from start to finish, wrote the script, the dialogue, directed, the music, film shooting, editing, producing, directing, you name it, everything.
So we also start running in the fast lane. Rajiv always surprises us and keeps challenging himself. In general, the benevolence of giving to society develops late in life when people realize they are well accomplished in their chosen vocation or life. The few acquire this virtue early on, like Rajiv, and that is how this particular relevant real-life story has unfolded. This time, he said he will make this doco, and we just wondered, would he be able to make it in such a short time for the Society of Sanjhe? We are very proud at what he has achieved in less than a week.
We have not seen the movie ourselves, and we are going to watch it with you all and enjoy it. With that note, we invite global multi-award winner, filmmaker, producer Rajiv Chaudhary on the stage to take over the proceedings of the Please welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the commemoration of World Suicide Prevention Day. Ladies and gentlemen, World Suicide Prevention Day is a very important day. It's a day that's very close to my heart, not for any other reason, because I've been working in this space for the last 20 years. And over the last 6 years that I've been evolving as a filmmaker, being mentored by various people in Hollywood and Bollywood, I have learned, and I'm still learning, the art of filmmaking, the art of storytelling. Today, there's an earnest attempt here to tell a story. It's not my story. I don't want you to thank me. I want you to look at the cause and understand the message that me, as a storyteller, is trying to tell. Thank you, Akshay and Shobha, for those kind words. I'd like to acknowledge a few people. Each one of you are VIPs here today.
Thank you so much for this support, this project. This is beautiful. We follow Rajiv with all his projects, and it's been amazing. It's been a good journey, and I'm very happy to be here. Have a good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is appropriate that I acknowledge a few people. For those of you from the media, thank you very much for being here. I've got Harinder, could you put your hand up? From Sanjhe, Vichar, channel. We've also got the chairman and the team of Alive 90.5 FM. Your sound, your community, your Alive 90.5. Events are not possible without support. And with gratitude,
we amplify diverse voices, we build capability, but more importantly, we share stories. And by sharing stories, we provide a voice for the community. Now at Alive, we have a wide range of programs, from multicultural programs, but more important for today, we have wellbeing shows. Our wellbeing shows connects with the audience around important topics that we don't often talk about. And with National Suicide Prevention Day, we try to break down the stigmas where people are afraid to talk about their circumstances, and everybody, I'm sure, around the room has had some form of touch point where you've had someone experiencing mental health trauma, possibly even suicide. So I do want to thank Rajiv and Peter that's on board for everything that they do for the community. I wish Rajiv all the best. It's really exciting that he's put a show together, a movie together. And Rajiv, am I right that Josh is actually also volunteering in the tech space with Alive as well? Josh, the main actor in the movie.
yes, he is.
Yes, it's great. So with further ado, please join Alive if you're not a member. Come support, come pop in, come see what we're all about. We're a great community and we love to share your stories.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here on this important occasion, World Suicide Prevention Day. This is an issue very close to my heart. I lost my father, a Polish immigrant, to suicide when I was a young child, and throughout my adult life I've come to understand the importance of awareness, communication, compassion, and ongoing professional support for those who are in need of these vital services. It is a responsibility that belongs to all of us. It remains an urgent priority across all of our communities. When we created the Hill City Digital Magazine, our vision was to build something unique, a publication guided by strong principles and designed to be a clear point of difference in the Hillshire and beyond. We're not just a magazine, it was designed to reflect the wonderful diversity of our community and the people we serve, and to partner with our local community. We work alongside businesses to expand their reach, offering personalised advice on their online marketing strategies, using cutting-edge digital tools, including multi-language translation services. Our magazine is more than just a news source. It is an interactive platform that listens, engages, and connects with the issues that matter most to our community. Recent publications where we're supporting and promoting local business, mental health awareness and support, family wellbeing. We support, issues amongst our migrant community. Happening events and communication, as I said, across local, state and federal government. Together with my business partner and editor-in-chief, Rajiv, the Hill City magazine, in a very short period of time, has quickly become the fastest growing digital publication here at well beyond the Shire. This success would not be possible without the tireless efforts of our contributors, supporters, community members, and for that we are deeply grateful. You will shortly receive a link to a magazine showcasing what we can do, what we can offer, how we can help, through all the aspects of digital marketing, web design, email, SMS marketing, surveys, polls, and much more. In closing on this World Suicide Prevention Day, I want to acknowledge Rajiv and his entire production team for their commitment and hard work on such an important issue. Special recognition to an extraordinary young man here today, Joshua, whose courage in sharing his story today is an inspiration to us all. So congratulations, Joshua. You are clearly an inspiration to us. And on that note, I'll wrap up and thank you all for being here today. An important but serious issue that we're all committed to, and I thank everyone for being here. Thank you.
So proud, of our position in the community here that we've held for so many years, and we're so committed to supporting causes like this. So we are very, very thrilled to be able to welcome you all to our beautifully brand new refurbished location that we've just completed in the last matter of weeks. From me, just a huge thank you to everyone here, acknowledgement of you, Rajiv, for such an amazing project, and to Josh, who I've been fortunate to meet recently, such an amazing story that we're looking forward to seeing today. So, to the Community Foundation of North Western Sydney, Alive 90.5, Ansley, you and the team, Hill City Digital Magazine, Martin, congratulations to everyone involved. Thanks so much.
I'm just kind of following on from that. We love working with the community here, obviously with Rajiv every year. It's becoming a thing we're doing annually, which we love to do. We love working with you, supporting the community, and like was mentioned, filmed in the hills, which we love. And this is an issue that doesn't really discriminate. It doesn't discriminate age, gender, race. And I think we're all here today. We've been affected by it. Everyone's been touched in some way. So just a big thank you for you for starting that conversation, and we're always here to help you.
I'll just briefly say that as individuals surrounded by the film industry, we understand how powerful the medium of movies are in telling stories that sometimes don't get touched on. And so I hope today that we can all really appreciate Josh's great story, and we all look forward to seeing it. So yeah.
We are probably one of the only, and I was advised by the team at Lifeline, the only organisation that is the Community Foundation of North Western Sydney to be highlighting, commemorating and sharing. It's all right to share something as an organisation, but to put together an event in a venue, to collaborate with the top communication partners in the Shire, Alive 90.5, Event Cinemas, Hill Sydney Digital Magazine, Community Foundation of North Western Sydney, India Club. I think you've got a deadly cocktail. In 2024, 954 suspected or confirmed suicide deaths were recorded. That's about 2.8 to 3 deaths a day in Australia. Higher than the recorded figures in the previous year, which was 927. And then before that, it was 939, slightly higher because that was during post-COVID. 921, so 900 deaths in 2021. That's how grave this issue is. At the Community Foundation of Northwestern Sydney, we take pride in working on Bridging the Gaps initiative. Bridging the gaps, what does it mean? We don't raise huge amounts of money. I get told every time when I walk into a room that you should do this, you should do that. We don't want the money. We want to create an impact. And I think my endeavor today, through the cinematic platform, is to create an impact. Ladies and gentlemen, collectively we've spent thousands of dollars to put together the events like this. Shooting a film, just to give you an idea, can cost you anything up to $4,000 a minute in terms of production costs. And we're talking bare minimum, hiring of equipment, hiring of staff. So this is something that we do. We bridge the gaps, we work. We work with those in need. We've been doing it. This was started the Community Foundation of Northwestern Sydney by, God bless him, Bill Dixon. Bill Dixon passed in sometime in 2011 from memory. And I remember his wife said to me in 2019, came and met with me in my cafe and said to me, I see in you my husband, and I'd like you to take over this foundation and run it from there. I was very fortunate to get support from my dear friends, people like Naresh Mehrok, Atul Kumar, who's not here with us today, and Rob, who's a magistrate and still in business, still working, and he can't be here for obvious reasons. But ladies and gentlemen, the team of Community Foundation of Northwestern Sydney has made huge impact. We've impacted more than 135 lives. We have helped women, men, boys, girls who've had issues. We've got the women calling us at 10 o'clock at night. I've worked with or without the police. I've driven my car and I've gone and helped them. Physical abuse, depression, suicide, these are not mere expressions of words. They are correlated acts that have gone to destroy lives, families, and affected society. These serious, sensitive issues have transcended age, communities, countries, and relationships. When we talk of these terms, we shy away from even talking about it. It frightens us. The realness of it seems too much for us to swallow. So we just sweep it under the carpet. We do this because suicide is viewed as the conclusion of it all. It happens, and we are left wondering, she was beautiful, he was smart. How could it happen? People who are suicidal, they don't want to die. They just want the pain to stop. This time, we have made an endeavor to come together and wholeheartedly motivate human behavior in expressing these issues. And on behalf of like-minded people like yourselves, we are making a sincere attempt at storytelling this message, visually allowing for ourselves to make a powerful statement on a global cinematic platform. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
It was good filming it, but nervous at the time. But I just want people to know, if you're still struggling with someone, please try to find someone like my boss or my grandparents, please. I know how it is. It can be very hard. Even just someone you might just talk to by little, just try and reach out, please. It helps a little bit, but just help if you can. Thank you.
We finished the film like in 6 hours. Like it was one day shoot. And this guy, he's a very good actor. Please, round of applause.
And I worked with Josh every week for about 4 years. And he was just the best, most awesome young man. He learned so much, he did so much, he was always so beautiful. And I'm I can't cry because I've got to sing right now, but I'm extremely proud of this young guy. And, I call him one of my good little friends. And good for you, Josh, you did a great job. I know I'm going strong. Come over here, you little fella. Rise in the spring. The spring became the summer. Couldn't believe you'd come along. Hands! Hands! Come on! Touching hands.
Whatever I am because of my dad and my mum. Josh, can you bring her? Yeah. I would like, as I'm giving you, every film is made with a director's statement. There's a statement as to the reason, the purpose of making this film.
Can I thank each and every one of you for being here on World Suicide Prevention Day? Such an important occasion. In the Hills area, one of the things we're most known for, I think, is we're always there to help our neighbour, to help those around us and be part of a cause that's bigger than ourselves, and we have that here today. Can I thank all the media partners who are part of today, Hills Sydney Magazine, my good friends Martin Cartwright and Councillor Tina Cartwright. Tina's doing such a wonderful job on council. Alive FM, of course, Anthony Dennis and the team. We've got Harry Walia and Harinda here as well. Thank you for being part of the occasion as well. Rajiv and the Community Foundation of North Western Sydney, thank you for everything you do for our area, whether it's helping people who are impacted by mental health, people impacted with domestic violence, those who are homeless. Also, your events, the Barista program that you run, training up young women and young men. Thank you for everything that you do. You're probably the most generous person in the Hills community that I know, so very proud of everything that you do for our area and very proud to call you a friend. Shubha and Akshay, thank you so much for what you have done for the community here in the Hills over the past few decades. The India Club has existed for over 20 years. You've brought all of us together, and come up on stage. And now more than ever, we appreciate everything you do for our community, so thank you so much. Rajiv mentioned that he asked me to look into a few statistics, and I do apologise in advance that some of these are a little confronting, but they are important to reflect on World Suicide Prevention Day. Last year, over 700,000 people on planet Earth passed away from suicide. In Australia, we had 3,214 people pass away from suicide. It was the 15th largest cause of death in the country last year. Each of these numbers even one is an absolute tragedy, and we know the impact it has on our direct family, our friends, our workplaces, whole communities as well. In the Hills, if there is any slither of news that's not quite as bad, in the Hills, this part of northwestern Sydney, when you look at the statistics per 100,000 people per year, in the Hills, Parramatta, Blacktown and Hawkesbury SA3 districts, that's a census-sized district. The deaths are about less than 6 per 100,000, which are amongst the lowest numbers in the whole country, and about 5 times lower than some regional parts of Australia that are hit particularly hard. But even as I mentioned, a single death is an absolute tragedy, and we know that we as a community need to bind together to prevent this, and that's why it's so important that we had this event here today and that we're here with this film, Brewed Anew, and doing what we can. Can I just finish off by just thanking all of the community groups who are doing so much to promote positive mental health and prevent suicide in our community. As I mentioned, the India Club, the Community Foundation North Western Sydney, the Hills Mental Health Interagency, Mind Connections Foundation, Positive Vibes Foundation, the Baha'i community. I see Carmen up the back there as well. So many of you are involved. So can I just simply thank each of those organisations, thank each of you for being here. Congratulations again, Joshua and Rajiv, on today, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the day and doing what I can to help prevent suicide and promote positive mental health in our community. Thank you so much.
Rajiv has been a good supporter of disability employment. He has actually hired many of our clients with mental disability or physical disability. I'm very proud of him that he's a good supporter of the community and also give people a chance.
Christina Joshua's grandma, and she's actually acted in the film. The beautiful thing about this film is nobody's an actor. This is a real story. I started the script, I wrote the script myself based on what I saw, and I clarified a few facts with Joshua and his grandma, and we put together this film. I thought initially that we'd have actors perform, but then when I spoke with my mentor Iqbal Rizvi in Bollywood and my other mentor Daniel Bray in Hollywood, they both suggested to me that I should have, ideally, if I can get the real person, it'll be the real deal. It's very hard to do that because a lot of people refuse to do it. So put your hands together for the entire cast. Each one of them, whether it's Shubha, Akshay, Marianne, Kaz. Marianne and Kaz have been compassionate with Josh through the phase of his journey. Kaz, we figured out that he was spending all his money, and Kaz tightened the screws on him, and we started planning a little bit, putting a little bit of planning and checkpoints in place. Obviously, formally, Kaz couldn't do it, so we had to do it informally, because as a financial planner, there are certain constraints. So that's where we bridge the gaps. We've also got Bill and Kate, who've been customers coming in and spending lots of money on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and sharing many a laugh with me and with Josh and the rest of the team at Spicy Bean Cafe. We had my mum, who has been a constant, when I felt low and I've thought that, should I stop? Because it was hard at one stage. The rents had gone up post-COVID. I had to renew a contract at the Rousing Town Centre. They wanted to increase the rent substantially. I'm not going to talk figures. And I decided I just couldn't run a social enterprise in this way. So I had to close down that business. It was sad. But ladies and gentlemen, Spicy Bean Cafe is back next month at Hill Showground. We have a 100-seat restaurant, cafe.
Woo! I feel that if it wasn't for you, I don't know where Josh would be now. I really don't. Thank you very much.
My thoughts are, as I was with my wife, if you didn't take on what you did and went to that extreme, like helping him out all the time, I don't know what would have happened, because eventually we're out of the game, and that's a matter of life. And you actually saved his life, and I can guarantee that. I thank you for it.
I think the general thing here is Josh just wants to be treated the same as he wants to treat everyone else. And what a better place the world will be if everyone just had that little simple motto that just treat everyone with kindness. Josh has always treated us courteously, kindness, always by our names, and our interactions have been really, really good. So, well done, Josh, good on you. And probably just the last thing is probably the old saying, if the best way to lift someone up is to put their hand out, and that will lift yourself up. Everyone give it a bit of a crack. Well done.
The most beautiful couple I know, not that I don't know, I know every one of you is wonderful. But Marianne and Kaz are those pillars that I've leaned on when I've wanted to know how should I manage where I am in this journey, not just with Joshua, but with my own personal journey and with my journey dealing with people with special needs, because it can be raw. And sometimes the supporter, the helper himself, becomes inundated with emotion. Who does he talk to? The surgeons who operate in operating theatres, Who do they have? They have not, everyone expects them to do an impeccable, immaculate job. My daughter's a doctor and she says to me that very rarely does a patient come back and say thank you. Because we work in the theatre, we work at Royal North Shore Hospital helping people.
Well, firstly, I met Josh about 4 years ago, and he was a totally different boy. And I say boy because you were young then. The transformation has been extraordinary. We've had a lot of laughs with him, and we've had a lot of tears with him. But he's got the courage to learn, to transform. Rajiv has been an amazing mentor to him. And we're so grateful to you for your example, Rajiv, that you changed this boy and gave him another chance. He's a wonderful young man, and I cannot wait until he meets that wonderful young lady. I love you, Josh.
Well, Josh, as we all know, of course, was going through this troubled time in his life, but at the end of the day, he's a wonderful human being. He's very caring, and the one thing I've really liked about him is that he learned. He was teachable. He understood, and he applied everything that he learned from or listened from anyone else. And the one thing I like about him as well, he does start learning to set goals, and the goals that he wanted, and he's achieved. And those little battles, he achieved in every single step of the way. And I think that's marvelous to know that not everybody can achieve a goal. It's easy, and it's not easy because you have to always apply that situation on a daily basis. Rajiv came with the opportunity, I was there to assist, and what a wonderful outcome at the end of the day. We've got a wonderful human being and a great man, and I hope that he will succeed in his future. Thanks.
I did not see Josh before as to when he was suffering, and right in the beginning, and I can only imagine how much hard work it would have required on Rajiv's part to just not save the life, but also to put it back on the rails and keep minding it all along. I mean, not just do it and say, okay, I'll go. Rajiv, the way I have seen how much he cares for Josh's well-being, he is treating him like his son. That's what he's doing. Right early in the morning, he will start asking and making sure that he is doing the daily sort of chores and requirements properly. Like brushing his teeth, taking shower and whatever else. That is something which is absolutely extraordinary. I do not think there would be many examples like that. George himself, well, he is honest in dealing, but he is also naughty. No doubt about it. He is kind. But he is very affectionate. He is very caring. And we are very much touched the way he feels towards us and treats us. I think he is definitely a wonderful being, and his story will inspire many. I'm very sure about that. Rajiv has done a wonderful job.
She loves to do his job and all that, and Josh will give his expert advice or sometimes more intellectual. Josh is very good, very intelligent with the technology. I'm amazed. He comes in the kitchen, Shubha, what can I do for you? Oh, okay. Oh, your ovens. It really requires good cleaning. We haven't cleaned it for him, and I said, yes, my cleaner and income, sort of thing. But he is so good. When comes up and works on the garden and very good help from us. And as she said, he's very caring, very affectionate. And he's ready to drop everything. I just rang one day, oh Josh, there's a lizard in our room. I don't know what to do. He just says to Rani, boss, I have to go to Shiva's place.
I get a call at work saying, boss, I'm going. I said, where? You can't go like this. He says, there's a blue tongue, something like blue tongue, I think, from what she's describing. And I have to go. So I said, all right, go.
So that's what Josh was. He is an amazing guy, and he will go places.
It's short, crisp, and just to the point with a message saying, firstly, I admire you, Josh. Great, I admire your strength. I admire the fact that you spoke up, you asked for help at the right time. So the message for all of us is there's a whole lot of community there. There is someone just beside you. Just speak up, ask for help, and that's important. Everybody goes through ups and downs, but look, life is a gift, and giving is also a gift. So, Josh, as much as we admire your strength, we admire everybody around you who's given you that strength. And thanks for giving us this strength and encouragement, and thousands of them who are going to be watching this movie, saying that speak up, ask for help, and there is someone to help. And the most important is everyone has a strength within us. We just need to identify that. It's easy to just, it just takes a few seconds to take that life off, but what you need to build, it does take some time. So thanks, Josh, and thanks everyone.
Every life has value. Every life has value, and you know, and they need to be given their dignity, a chance to live a life no different to any other person. And Joshua, you were just amazing. Martin told me that you were doing a certificate for in
food hospitality.
In food and hospitality.
Food hospitality. I'm almost about done. About another 2 or 3 more bits to go, and then I should have it before the end of this year.
To the film, I would like to acknowledge to anything we doing son and respect so like I say, and I do acknowledge well thank Josh for owning this for film. Yeah. Thank you very much.
My name's Chris. This is my daughter Emma. 3.5 months ago, my son committed suicide. Unfortunately, he thought it was a sign of weakness to ask for help. And I just want to say how proud I am of you, Josh.
We don't know Josh but we are so proud of him. I'm sure everyone here feels the exact same way, right?
It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys.
One thing I want to say as well, there's a huge thing with going on with the police and the community and everything with my brother Adam's case, and we really don't believe that it is up to just people in Parliament or the government or police or ambulance or any of those services to have the perfect answer and to fix the problem. It's up to all of us to come together, share your stories. This is real, this is so raw right now, and if we all come together and help each other, like the government legal side and the community side, I think we can achieve something great.
Suicide Prevention Day should be mentioned every day. It shouldn't be just a day. It should be mentioned every day.
Amazing.
And Martin felt to mention that Martin doesn't elaborate too much about, he's very private, but I'd like to say that his father committed suicide when he was 7 months old. He never got to know his father. And so he grew up without a father. And so his father was a Polish immigrant, came from Poland, and he served in World War II. He had a lot of history, he came with baggage, emotional baggage, and he would have been fascinating to get to know about him. And we feel that we've been robbed, my children have been robbed in getting to know his background, his history, his culture. So we know nothing about Martin's father, and he grew up without a father, and he didn't know that his father committed suicide until he was 21 years of age. And the shock and the trauma that he had at the age of 21 to find out all these years of growing up, saying, you know, he was asking his mum, what happened to Dad? Because, he was very ill, but he found out at the age of 21, a grown-up man, that his father committed suicide. And it's very painful to talk, but this is the stigma back in that era where men, particularly men, it was shameful and in a lot of cultures taboo to mention that, you know, you're suffering emotionally. It was an embarrassment. Now, thankfully, in our era, we can be open.
Fight back.
We can fight back. And, yeah.
First off, holy moly, how brave is Josh to go. It's really brave to show such vulnerability, to put his life at his hardest point on screen. It's incredible, and congratulations, that's really hard. And look how far you've come, so be kind to yourself. A little bit about me. I've, just like probably you, have suffered with, you know, mental health, hardship. I was in a very abusive relationship last year. High school sucked, people were mean, and thankfully my attempt didn't work. The things I would have missed. So I have been spending this year especially just working on myself and just growing, and I just wanted to say it is not shameful to suffer. It is not shameful to ask for help. It is not weak to ask for help, because just like you and me, everyone suffers and everyone goes through hardship. I just also wanted to say, make the opportunity to create a conversation, because a conversation can save a life. And just be kind to one another. You have no idea what someone is going through. Everyone has their own stuff going on, and we are all so much alike. We don't see it. We can be so different, and the diversity is insane, but we're all human. We all have brains, and we all have emotions. Therefore, we all suffer, and we will all experience hardship. It is how you bring yourself out of that hardship that matters the most. I wanted to leave you with a little bit of a quote. I've been listening to Stoic philosophy recently, and this really resonated with me. It was, the happiness in our lives depends purely on the quality of our thoughts. At the end of the day, we've got us, and you need to be so kind to yourself, because you're the strongest person you've got. You've only got yourself to lean on at the end of the day. I have amazing support networks. Josh has amazing support networks. You may have amazing support networks, but at the end of the day, it's you. You've got you in your life. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others, and just give it a shot. Take it day by day. You're so much stronger than you think, and just really be there for other people. Thank you.
What were your thoughts? I know I could see you, I can see it, showing your emotions. And a bit of me also broke to pieces, but I'm trying to control myself. What were your thoughts?
On Josh?
On the film and on your daughter?
Josh, you had me crying from your first line, and I've known Josh for a little while now, and Soph and Josh have made a little film together previously and have become some good friends. You've come a long way, mate, and to know how hard it is, well, I do know how hard it is watching Sophie and also one of my sons go through it. So I'm one of the lucky ones where their attempts didn't work, and just knowing, just like she said, be kind to people, and if you've got a gut feel, chase it. Like, ask questions, make sure, even if they're like, I'm okay, and you know they're not, just keep going, just support them. Proud of both of you, and I'm especially proud of my daughter.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would love to keep talking to you, but this is a decision, a conversation that needs to go on. I'll end with the way Sophie spoke about a quote of hers. I'll quote a poem of Robert Frost. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, and I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. See you next year. With a film on Sophie Duff. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Have a lovely afternoon.
Types of criminal law, family law, immigration law, conveyancing, and employment matters, please contact Tarandeep Singh on 0470 412 600.